Who is Jesus?
Who is Jesus?
Don't know.
Who is Jesus?
I know who he is.
Yep, he's the guy who claimed to be the only way.
The only way
The only way.
to God.
God.
The only way to God. In the Bible, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me.
What do you mean by that? I mean, it seems a little narrow for my enlightened mind.
He meant what he said, that if you want to get to God, he's the only way.
The only way?
The only way. How can he make a claim like that?
He can make a claim like that because he's intolerant.
Intolerant?
Extremely intolerant.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I thought Jesus was all loving and all caring. I thought he affirmed everyone's belief system, no matter what it was.
No matter what it was, Jesus loved everyone. I must have mistaken that guy with someone else because he is intolerant.
And extreme.
Intolerant.
And if you don't believe in him...
You miss out on heaven.
Like I'd want to spend my eternity with someone who's that narrow-minded.
Yeah, I'll let the Christian Crusaders spend their eternity with that Jesus, but don't count on me being there.
And besides that, if God is such a loving God...
If God is such a loving God...
Why would he keep good people out of heaven?
They deserve to be there just as much as the rest of us. I'm a good person. You're a good person.
We're all good people, just trying to do our best with the cards life has dealt us. We're all good people.
But God won't let us into heaven?
Because we didn't believe in Jesus?
That seems petty.
Seems so small of him.
Intolerant. It seems so narrow-minded to believe in only one way to God. Don't you agree that there are many roads all leading to the same destination?
I do agree. And besides that, if God is so multifaceted, how can there be only one way to him? If a person in Africa dies without ever hearing about Jesus Christ, is that person going to be kept out of heaven?
Give me a break. There's got to be more than one way to heaven. Give me a break. I know one thing. I know that when we die, we'll all discover the truth.
And I know what we'll discover. We'll discover that all religions teach the same thing anyway.
And as long as you're sincere about your beliefs,
you'll be just fine.
Just fine. You and I'll be just fine. Look at yourself. Look at me. Don't we look just fine?
You look fine. I look fine. We're just fine. And when we die,
we'll be just fine.
Because it doesn't really matter what you believe. What matters is that you're sincere about what you believe.
It just matters that you're sincere. I'm sincere. You gotta be sincere. What's true for you
and what's true for me
can be different things. Do you honestly think that such a huge God would only create one belief system that's true? He's bigger than that.
I can believe the Buddhist way to God.
And I can believe the Islamic way to God.
And we'll both get there.
Where?
Heaven.
Yeah, we'll all go to heaven. That's what God wants anyway. That's what he wants.
I don't care what you think is true, but I respect your right to choose your truth.
And I don't care what you think is true, but I totally respect your right to choose your truth.
I just want what works best for me. You know, whatever makes me happy.
I just want to be happy.
Don't we all deserve to be happy? And our beliefs should lead us to that happiness.
It's all about what works for me.
It's gotta work for me.
What you believe is fine.
But don't tell me what to believe.
I have a right to believe what I want.
And I have a right to believe what I want.
And I'll meet you in heaven one day, when all is said and done.
When all is said and done. What if we're wrong? Have you ever thought about that?
I try not to go there.